Hey everyone, this is Dhruvin and I welcome you all to my new Power BI Embedded Step by Step series. You are watching the first part of this series, and in this session we are going to talk about the overall course outline that I am going to cover throughout this entire series. So now let's get started. Before we get started, let me give you a little bit introduction about me. Myself Dhruvin Shah and I am working as Power Platform Specialist and Microsoft 365 developer. I am active speaker, author, YouTuber and blogger. So far, I have published 120 plus articles and 470 plus tech videos on my YouTube channel. Here are the details of my social media handles where you can email me on this email address. You can follow me on LinkedIn, Twitter, and Facebook. And don't worry, this is the shortcut URL where you will be having all my social media handle details handy. You just need to click on https://linktree/dhruvin.shah and this will redirect you to this browser window where you can follow me on my YouTube, LinkedIn, blog, Twitter, Facebook, and GitHub repository. So stay connected with me on all my social media handles so you will never miss any updates from my YouTube channel. Now, before I move forward the overall course outline, let me tell you that why do I develop this course? What are the reason behind that? Basically, I launched my first Power BI Embedded series during March 2019 on this YouTube channel. During these 2 years of span, lots of things has been changed in Azure portal and so many new things has been introduced in Power BI Embedded. With that, I received lots of comments and feedback on my YouTube videos about embedding with Service Principal, and Azure Portal UI is also somewhat changed. That's the main reason that I thought to revamp this entire series and come up with fresh code and fresh UI and fresh screenshot so you will be having better embedding experience. Also, in future, if there is any change in Power BI Embedded, I will prepare new video for the same and add the new links in the description box of this course. So make sure that you check the description box that if the new version of this series has been launched or not. Now, let me talk about who can refer this course, meaning who can start with this course. What are the prerequisites that you need to consider before you enroll yourself into this course? So, I can say that this is the intermediate level of Power BI course. So, I believe that you already know about the Power BI report development. You developed the report, you created the workspace, you published the workspace, and you know about the basics permission structure over there. So if you know about this thing, then this course is perfect for you. Otherwise, you will be seeing some fast forward processes over here. Second thing is that I am going to use C Sharp and ASP.NET SDK throughout this entire session series. In future, definitely I am going to use some other programming language as well, but for this specific series, I am going to use only C Sharp and ASP.NET. So I believe that you should know some basic programming knowledge of C Sharp and ASP.NET. And I'm not going to use very tough code over here. I will try my level best to explain this thing in very easy word, so don't worry about that. But yes, this is the intermediate level of course and you should have the basic knowledge of Power BI and C Sharp ASP.NET. So now let me talk about the overall course outline that we are going to cover throughout this entire session series. So at this moment I have divided this entire session series into 9 different parts. In future, if I am adding some new parts or let's say I am receiving some new request from your feedback and if I am preparing new videos, that will be appended to this playlist. So make sure that you bookmark this playlist so you will be having all my new videos at a simple place over here. Links are always down below in the description box and always try to check the description box for latest information for this course. Now let me talk about the overall course outline here. So during the first part that you are already watching, we are going to talk about the overall course outline for this series. During the second part, I am going to talk about what is Power BI Embedded. We are going to talk about two different Power BI Embedded concepts. One is app owns data and user owns data. In my earlier series, I only cover app owns data, but based on your feedback, I tried to cover both the concept in detail throughout this entire session journey. During the third part, We will be talking about the prerequisites that we need to consider before we get started for Power BI Embedded. Here we are going to talk about the different licensing that we need to have for development process, as well as we will be talking about the different type of permissions that we need for Azure portal as well as Power BI workspace and report level. So we will be talking about this entire thing in third part of this series. During the fourth part, we are going to talk about some common steps that we need to perform for Power BI embedded with .NET SDK. During fifth part, we will be talking about the different type of authentication mechanism for Power BI embedded with the .NET SDK. Here I am going to talk about two different type of authentication mechanism. One is using service principal and second one is with master account. So both of these authentication techniques we will be talking some theoretical concept in the fifth part of this session. So mostly from first 5 chapter are the base of this entire course. Mostly they are the PPT based and theoretical concept, but you should know before you move forward the actual coding and development process. So make sure that you do not skip any of this chapter over here. During the sixth part, we will be registering our Power BI app in the Azure AD for our Power BI embedded. Here I am going to talk about how we can register the app, how we can assign the permission in Azure portal, and how we can create the service principal as well. We will be talking about all of these things in detail during the sixth part of this series. During the seventh part, we are going to use our first concept that is most requested in my earlier series, which is Power BI embedded with the service principal. And we are going to use app-owns data concept using .NET SDK for that. During the eighth part, we are going to use master account as a authentication mechanism for apps on data using .NET SDK. So we will be talking about this entire thing in detail during 8th part. And during the ninth part of this series, we are going to talk about the second important concept, that is user owns concept. So I am going to talk more about that thing in detail during the ninth part of this session. So hope you will stay connected with me throughout this entire session series. Also, one important thing, I am going to provide this entire code on my GitHub repository. So you can directly download the code from there and you can practice more about that thing in detail. Every material is available on my GitHub as well as in my blog format. Links are always down below in the description box. So hope so far you are good with me. If you have any question, any suggestion, any feedback, you can add your question, feedback or suggestion in the comment section. I would happy to hear from you. In my next session, we will be talking about what is Power BI embedded and how we can get started with apps on data and user owns data. So stay tuned with me in my next session. If you are for the first time to my channel, make sure you hit subscribe and press the bell notification to never miss any updates from my channel. I am uploading new video related Power BI, Power Apps, Power Automate, Power Virtual Agents, Teams and SharePoint every day on my YouTube channel. So don't forget to subscribe and press the bell notification to never miss any updates from my channel. Stay connected with me on LinkedIn, Twitter and Facebook. Also, if you wish to receive the daily notification about all my new videos on your WhatsApp number, click on this link. It will be redirecting you to this form. Fill the form and you will be receiving daily notification about all my new videos on your WhatsApp number. Also, if you wish to listen different Power Platform related podcast, you can just click on this link. It will be redirecting you to my podcast homepage. Here you can listen your favorite Power Platform related podcast on your favorite podcast platform like Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Spotify and much more. So stay tuned with me. This is Dhruvin signing off. See you in the next session. Have a great day. Goodbye.